Love, love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever some sweet talking girl comes along, singing a song. Don't mess around, you just gotta be strong. So stop, 'cause I really love you. Y'all know what the I'm talking about. Y'all do not know. Let me get more relevant. They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light city life, I gotta make it, this is where it goes down. Yeah. Ooh, this episode, y'all. Let's talk about it. 'Cause we back for another episode recap of that good Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 Episode 9 entitled Married to the Game. Welcome to Grown Movies and TV. I am your humble and most honorable host, Real. And this episode is brought to you by way of Green Apple Crown and Coke, Diet Coke, 'cause I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Old school. Come on in, grab a seat, grab a sip. And as I always say, let's get down to some brass tacks, shall we?
House music.
So we start off with Noma and Kane getting ready for that big day. You know, the wedding day approacheth. Look like it's gonna be crickets on the Tejada side of the aisle. They ain't even thinking about going to the wedding. They up in Monet crib with Janet like damn a Kane. Damn a Kane and his fake ass wedding. That's where they at with things. With Kane and damn Noma. They about sick of the two of them collectively. Up at the table with a game of dominoes popping off.
Domino, motherfuckers, what's happening?
Now over at Kane's, he hosting. You know, got all Noma's immediate family over for the rehearsal dinner. Pictures is popping off. Food being professionally prepared. And shots was being fired left and goddamn right. The evening was a show. I mean, chock full of negativity. Noma brother Jen taking her to task. He like, what the you doing here? He like, you ain't been a widow but for that long. And you about to get married again? He like, why you gotta be in the States anyway? And can't you find a little player who don't work for your ass? You know, tells Noma she got a little thing for the help. Says she like to eat where she shit. Get her frequent workplace groove on, you know. You know Obi was hitting and splitting that. Jen told her ass she outdid herself this time, as there's a bit of an age gap between Kane and Noma, if you hadn't noticed. She like, hold up, bruh. Why you all up in my business? I ain't never said anything about your countless whores. He like, oh no, you have. Oh, you damn sure did. But see, I ain't never wifed none of them. You know, I might have tricked off on a few. Even been down with OPP a time or two, you know. But you don't see no rings on my fingers. He like, you kinda out of pocket here, sis. About to mess up the family business. He looked like her little brother. Noma was towering over his little ass. At some point, the Tejada clan come in. Kane like, what the y'all doing here? He a little embarrassed. Like they came in dressed like they just came in from the gym and shit. Came in from the ball courts. Monet like, look, we can piece the hell up out of here, you know. But Noma invites him in and they sit down and they have a little meal. Now Chin takes a moment, get to know his future brother-in-law to be. He compliments Kane's penthouse. Now that's when the first round of all our friendly fire popped off. Drew like, well, technically Kane don't own this spot, you know. See, I used to live here too. But he kicked me out. Monet chimes in like, yeah, I told them both they could live here until I sell the joint. Then Anya weigh in, not being one to be left out of some snippiness. Tells Kane, I thought you told me you own this joint. Chin asks Kane what he does. Kane tells him he worked in the family business till he met and started working with Noma. Said he was impressed with how she runs a company. Chin like, her company. He like, it's more of a family business, you know. Don't know what the she talking about. Monet like, damn Kane, you don't know shit about these motherfuckers, do you? Then she chimes in that her and Noma share a mutual friend, Mecca. Chin like, oh, you know Mecca. She like, nah, I didn't know Mecca. She like, I knew Mecca. You know what I mean, you know. And now she engaged to my son. Imagine that. Now this is all a little too much drama for Noma. She get a little embarrassed. Excuses herself from the table. Asks Anya to help her gather the dishes. Kane chime in like, Drew, die. Y'all go help too. Cause that room needed some air freshener from all the hot gas that was being passed up in that piece. Both Kane and Noma, whole world was getting crushed at this little dinner. Kane and Monet get up and get a wrap in the next room. Come to an understanding of sorts. Say some appreciative things to each other, motherly, sonnish type things, you know. Monet told Kane he was a good son. He said, say it again. You don't ever say shit like that to me. You know, stuff that a good mom would say to her son. And they have a little moment. You already know they whole world about to be blowed to bits. Cause this moment don't never happen. Had the dramatic music playing in the background during they chat and all of that. Just in their chat is interrupted by the damn 2 Live crew, Drew and Di. And the siblings, all 3 of them get to bickering, you know, till Monet sends them up out of there. And they head out to enjoy Kane's so-called last night of freedom and partake in those good bachelor party activities down at the family bar. It's hood as shit up in that piece. Look cold as a mofo too. Like everybody partying. But they still had their leathers on. I mean, ain't no coats come off up in that piece. Nobody looked comfortable walking around. I know them scrippers was cold. It looked cold as shit up in there. You know that tight ass little bar ain't have no real heat popping off up in there, you know. And this wasn't no ATL or down south scene. I mean, and this really wasn't no strip club. It was just some stripping in the bar. This wasn't no down south scene where a cat might get comfy, take off his jacket, unbutton his shirt, get a little hot, sweat a little, pull up to a pole and stay a while. It wasn't that. No, no, no. Wasn't no old school booty popping music popping off. Don't stop, pop that coochie, shake that doodle brown. I wanna rock, I wanna rock. Head, head, and more head. Y'all know what the I'm talking about. They had that damn trap booty music. They had that trap booty music playing. Hell, it wasn't even booty music. Just scrippers shaking the trap. In the damn trap. I digress like a mofo. Yo, this is NYC. Shit, they might be stripping, but ass might not be the only damn thing on the menu, It's possible they got vials, pills, powder. Power, powder, respect. I tell no lies, but I also see, hear, and speak no evil, so I'm gonna let that go. Cousins catch up, almost get the beefing up in that piece. You know how fam do, especially when they rowdy, drinking, you know the vibe. Drew and Di wind up getting a wrap up in the club. Di gotta have her daily dose of drama. She tell Drew that she finding it a little hard to deal, with all the recent events that just transpired. Tells Drew how she walked out her exam today. Ain't put a name on the paper or nothing, just pieced the hell up out of there. Sat down, got her paper, pieced the hell out. Drew provides her some comfort, like a brother would. In turn, tells her about a possible art fellowship he might have popping off up in Paris. Tells her he likes working for Carter, likes the power, the appreciation. Says he needed it, says he didn't know how much he needed it. But as much as it floats his little boat, it ain't long term. He don't feel it's gonna last any. Feels like Carter is pushing him out already. Let's go back for a sec. So earlier, Drew went to meet up with his crew to collect some funds. And when he pulled up, they asked Drew who they were working for, joking that it wasn't Drew. Drew pulled the gat out on one cat, wasn't playing no games. He like, what the y'all talking about? They tell him Carter sent Tariq on a run. Send him on a run to check on some cat not playing by Carter rules up in that good Staten Island. That's Shaolin. Shaolin Shadowboxing. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me? Sent him to some amusement park up in Shaolin and put that call into Tariq Carter dead. Told him he had a young rogue dealer operating out in Staten. Needed a name, figured Tariq could blend in easier than any grown man he could send, because of the age thing. They like, you supposed to be Carter's man, why ain't they send you? And this got Drew wondering what the up. So he don't think it's a long-term future in Carter's organization. But the smell of that hot tamale in that cold New York air reminded them that they was at a function. And at some point they was like, damn all this drama. Let's go and enjoy ourselves. Dirty Di asked Drew if he wanted a lap dance by a girl. He like, does a cat bark? Out of here with that crazy talk. Said he was still strictly dickly. And they wrap up chit chat and get to celebrating with King. Drinks was getting drunk off asses. Fish nets was shaking and cash was being tossed around, making it rain. One chick they was doing shots off of had a Fendi bodysuit on. Now, even though all this activity is happening, live and direct, Di get to thinking about her mama, decides to check on Monet, thinking she might be hurting a little bit with this whole Kane getting married thing. Calls up her mama, but it goes to immediate voicemail. She then calls Auntie Janet, who tells her Kane wifey sent her to Staten Island. Di like, why? Janet like, I look like Miss Cleo? I don't know. Call me now. Y'all know nothing about Miss Cleo. And that damn psychic hotline. Got my $5.99 a couple times, you know. But let's go back for a sec. Back to Monet getting sent to Staten Island, old Shaolin. So after the kids left to go down to the bachelor party, Monet and Noma get a little rap. Noma tells Monet she shouldn't have kicked out the business, you know. Offers to cut Monet back in. But Monet tells Noma, damn her family business, she don't want no parts of it. She want money. Lots of it. She don't. Noma tells her about some abandoned building up in Shaolin. Says there's plenty of goodies inside. Everything there is hers. As a good faith effort, being that they about to be family and all. And she immediately heads out to see what's what, you know. Because all you got to do is tell a mofo you got some goodies for him. And you'll get no questions asked except where they at. Don't matter the dynamic. Go tell a mofo right now. There's some goodies waiting in some location in the house or in a conference room at work, etc. See what happened. So Monet on that trek to Staten Island, as told by Janet. So now Di wondering what that's all about. Just then Kane come over, gives Di flack about chilling, not enjoying herself. He like, damn, do a cat gotta look like Tariq up in here for you to have yourself a good time? She like, maybe, but why your mistress up in here though? Kane turn around, Effie up in the spot, like magically on time for some shenanigans. But she didn't appear to be here for some bachelor party shenanigans. She looked heated. Asked Kane why he switched her drop up. He like, it's cool. She like, She like some random Russian cat talking about Vadim going up to Staten Island. Drew and Di like, what the f***? Like they know it sound off. Cause they both heard this often forgotten borough's name mentioned multiple times tonight. Like anytime somebody talking about Staten Island that often, some shit is happening in Staten Island. And they slide the f*** up out of there. Now while the two live crew go off on their little errand, Effie asked Kane to go somewhere quieter. You know, somewhere where they could chat about this drop switch up. And go somewhere they do. But chat they don't. Some cheeks get clapped. But chat, now that's on the back burner for now, player. Kane and Effie was on that sensual R&B, Maxwell Coco smooth lovemaking tip, that Luther. I wanna love, wanna have, wanna hold you, girl. So make me a believer. Wanna love, wanna love, wanna love you, girl. You know, one last show for the road on Kane last night as a free man. Now on the other side of town, Kane's other half was having a little bachelorette party, pre-wedding stag night of her damn own. Her and her legal eagle jump off boo Davis. The love making up in that piece was hella different. Yo, they was on that R. Kelly. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah. I'm just an R&B thug, babe, trying to get some babe. Do you want a date, babe? Y'all don't hear me, though. Wasn't nothing smooth up in that piece but the glide. See, Effie cheeks was getting clapped. Noma cheeks was getting slapped. Shit, Davis was getting slapped. She was slapping the shit out of Davis. She like, how dare you do me like this? Noma got on that ride 'em cowboy, didn't she? Yeehaw, howdy y'all. Davis was on that OJ. He was riding that shit like a bronco, wasn't he? Between Davis's bronco riding and her bull riding, it was a full-fledged hoedown up in that piece. Now, both the side pieces, Davis and Effie, what they feeling like they love-making game is more than up to par, wondering how they little boos can be getting married tomorrow. Like it don't make no sense. But booed up in here with them tonight, they are. That is the question, isn't it? Kane tells Effie he trying to be Bumpy Johnson, Nicky Barnes, and Noma takes him to that level, so he feels. Kane tells her he wants to be immortal. He know his time in that life is limited. Anyone who goes on that path knows it. Like the likelihood of you getting old doing this thing is unlikely. But you put that thought to the back same way a smoker knows that cancer is likely in their future. But choose to smoke that port, that Earl, that mall, that all anyway. Except them weed smokers. They swear they can't get cancer, you know, because it's all natural. He like, I know you got dreams. I don't on yours, please. Don't on mine. You know, Effie got that notice earlier, that letter, that she got accepted into Stanford's engineering program. Tells Kane she going to Cali to do her thing, and she needs out. He like, you wanted in the game, boo, and now you win. But fortunately for you, I'm going to be running things, not Noma. But you win. You win for life. So settle down, simmer down, and be ready for your next damn assignment. You can go to Stanford, but you're still going to be part of this organization. Now that's not the news Effie wants to hear, but hear it she does. And Effie made her bed, so she's going to have to be a big girl and lay in it. Now while all that booty shaking, body rocking, knocking the boots was going down, all that tomfoolery, Monet was en route to Shaolin. Finds the warehouse Noma directed her attention to. Gets run up on by Tariq. They both like, what the is going on up and through here? Me meeting you out here in this borough. Got them both out of their borough and in Staten Island, of all places. And they both explain how this meetup came to be. Realize it's a setup. Shortly after, Vadim and his plus one run up and get the drop on Monet and Tariq. Tells them to put the guns down and to get on their knees. Execution position, you know. When they tell you to get on your knees, that's like the ultimate last humiliation effort before you get laid the down. Like put you on a level beneath theirs, a bow down of sorts. He about to bust multiple caps in Monet ass. And lets her know as much. He like, I've been waiting on this for some time now. Bolshaya Gulavasuka. You know, my Russian not so good. He like, I win. Just in the 2 Live crew, Drew and Di. Run up on and get the blasting on Vadim and his partner. Bucked them down, laid them out like that good china on your mama's living room table during the holidays. You know. See you at the crossroads. Tariq and the Tejadas get to conversing, trying to figure shit out, determined that Noma and Carter set them up. Monet like, okay, all right, they want us dead. We gonna play dead for now, off the grid until we not. They grab up Vadim and his home skillet, put him up in Monet car, gasoline light that joint on fire, hit Noma on a phone, texted her the job was done, pieced up out of there. Oh, before that, cut off all Vadim and his man fingers. Left them with nubs, did them super dirty. Bagged them joints up like leftover chicken nuggets. Put them in their car, pieced the up out of there. Took Vadim whip with him. Next morning, Noma and Carter meet up. Status check on last night's happenings. Noma concerned because Kane wasn't told that his mama's soul had been laid to rest, you know. Says she wasn't seen going up that heavenly mountainside. Nico tells her the Russians lit Monet's car on fire. 2 bodies were inside, but forensics haven't confirmed identities yet. Noma expresses her concern, you know. Big fish like Noma don't run well off of uncertainties, assumptions and shit, you know. They exchange pleasantries. Then she goes to leave out, reaches out to Kane, tells him Monet likely to not be at the wedding. Said she was up to her old tricks again, you know. Convinces Kane not to reach out to her until after the wedding. 1 second, y'all. I need to get that quick re-up / turn-up break. 1 second.
Get on my level, ho. Get on my level, bitch. 36 in Minnesota, you know who you fucking with. Baby girl got the pistol hanging straight out of Prada bag. We don't care who you are or where you from, we still run up on you like, what's up? What's up, what's up?
All right. So after all the chicken fingers was cut off, you know, baggied up, bodies burned somewhere out in Staten Island, we find Tariq up in a warehouse somewhere having a goddamn temper tantrum like he 5. He knocking over warehouse shelves and shit like, how a mofo gonna try to set me up? I'm Tariq St. Patrick, goddammit. Like I knew he was devious. Seeing it tied to his ego trip on full display was kind of enlightening as to who Tariq really is, you know. And that's somebody who wants to be the man, be known as the man, competitive as all hell, knows no challenge that can't be met with success. He like, I laid my own father down, laid his ass to rest. These cats think they can with me. Carter and Noma think they could set me up and live to tell the tale? No, no, no. Tariq like, these cats still breathing though. Davis in there letting him have his moment, but lets Tariq know he with him. Now on another side of town, Monet chats with Drew and Di. Tells him Carter and Noma gots to go. ASAP. Asks if they with her. They up in a hotel room somewhere. Look like the same damn spot she almost offed them to before they knocked her the hell over and jetted up out of there. And they tell her they down for the cause. They have a little moment. At some point, Tariq and Davis show up. They get to planning to get at Noma at the wedding. Now, the Tejadas don't think Kane in on it, but they don't know. So Monet ain't keen about letting them things fly near Kane. So they plan to create some type of separation between Kane and Noma and witnesses. Get them at the hotel after the wedding. Reception, all of that. Get Noma, that is. And they plan to take Carter out at his weekly church confessional visit. Now, based on all the shit they need to do, it's all hands on deck. I mean, every damn hand. You know, disabling security cameras and all, that's Effie's thing. Watching Tariq's back, that's Brayden's thing. Drew and Di gonna work that angle on taking Noma out with Monet. And while they getting things squared away, Davis gonna be distracting Noma with legal stuff, not his private parts. Tariq hollers at Effie and Brayden. Now, they not so hot on the idea, you know. Carter is the popo. But they all agree that this needs to happen so they can move on with their lives without having to always look over their shoulders. So now the crew got marching orders. Start to put the plan in motion. Davis shows up to Noma's to get her to sign some paperwork. But she ain't got time. She like, I'm getting married today, love. Pieces up out of there. While he trying to figure out his next distraction move, he overhears a cat on the phone, one of her henchmen, talking about Vadim not showing up for the drop. Now, Davis knows any word of this getting back to Noma is going to be a distraction in the opposite way. And he immediately looks to handle that, goes over the player, tells him that Noma wants them two to check on the Vadim situation, convinces him not to talk to Noma, and to take that drive with him, to handle this on their own, keep Noma happy on her wedding day. Don't want to piss her off and have him ending up like Obi. Don't nobody want to end up like Obi. Little player, take what's behind door number 1, pieces out with Davis. And they hop in the whip, drive to some remote location. Davis tells the cat this the last place anyone saw Vadim. Gets out the car, pulls the gat out on player. But he kept it on him too long, too close. Cat knocks it out of Davis' hand, of course. They get to squabbling. In the end, Davis chokes him out, breaks his neck, one of the two. And a shook-ass Davis manages to drag and hide the body in some shrubbery, some brush and shit. Changes clothes, pops up in time to see the wedding vows get done. And the wedding happens. Noma coming down the aisle in that all off-white. She was classy though. Of course, there was no veil on her grill, you know. She had a classy jewel-encrusted net over her grill. You know, like a hairnet your school lunch lady might wear. Just in a fishnet pattern. And over her grill. And not her hair. I'm doing way too much here. Looked like a fly-ass affair though, you know. You know, it was cool. Effie and Brayden make their way into the church. Knocking folk out, tasing folk, you know, the priest, security. Some small level figures, you know. Effie get to hacking up on the cameras. Brayden break out a little blow, you know. Turns into Brayden Montana. That's his superpower. Carter comes into church, goes into one of the confessional rooms, sits down. Tariq waiting in one of the adjoining confessional rooms. Got the good silencer on his joint. Comes out, gets the drop on Carter. Gets to him and Carter up. And in true you got me fashion. Let me see if my mouth can get me out of this predicament fashion. Carter start running his mouth. Lets Tariq know he know about Zion. And the fact that Popo got him and Brayden on camera. Sending Zion to meet Jesus. And all of this chit-chat actually works in Carter's favor. Because in damn sucker fashion, Tariq focusing on what the hell Carter's saying. A little too close and for a little too long. Got the gun pointed like Davis, but without focus. And in turn, Carter finagles the situation, turns it on Tariq. But Tariq's situation don't end up like Davis's did. Carter hems Tariq up, puts him in cuffs, calls Noma, lets her know Tariq and Noma live. Now, Noma in after party mode, getting ready for that damn reception, jumps up and lets her brother know is going awry. The milk's gone bad, damn it. Says she just found out Monet has been plotting against her, and if you see her ass, shoot first, ask questions later. Chin ain't happy about this one damn bit. And as some folk in the black global diaspora do, you know, when they hear some shit that they disgusted at, sucked his teeth like, I can't even do it. Chin sucked his damn teeth for a long ass time. It wasn't no moisture in his mouth after his long ass teeth sucked. Now, after Brayden and Effie witness Carter putting Tariq in them cuffs, they run out the church back door where Monet was waiting. And they tell Monet went left. She pieced the hell up out of there in a hurry. Brayden and Effie then run around to the front of the building, sees Tariq get put into Carter's vehicle, and they hop in the whip. Follows Carter, not sure what they gonna do. But Brayden eventually runs up on Carter's side, like crashes into his ass, crashes him out. Carter run into a damn sitting dump truck or some shit. You know, Brayden was on that sniff, had that Mighty Mouse courage. Y'all know what the I'm talking about. Brayden and Effie collected 2 of them after the crash. Ty Carter ass up in a warehouse somewhere. These cats got access to mad warehouses, don't they? I guess they do. I guess they would. He like, my people gonna be looking for me, Carter that is. Mofo, why? 'Cause you ain't come back from confessional? Oh, lying. His ass was sounding like Myra on Martin. I got men's waiting on me. Meanwhile, the wedding reception is popping off. Noma and Kane on the dance floor giving the guests a show. You know, little dance. I mean, it wasn't no cats up in there rocking out to Jagged Edge or nothing like that, you know. It wasn't on no, meet me at the altar in your white dress. Let's get married. See, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Y'all don't hear me though. Wasn't no bride and groom doing a choreographed dance routine or nothing like that. But it was cool, you know. It was cool till it wasn't. Noma asked Kane if he with her or Monet. He like, what the f? She like, no time for second guessing. Need that answer right now, player, ASAP. Just then Chin does a little chant. Throws a few dollars up in the air. He like, come down, selector. All of a sudden, cats start tossing money up in the air, spraying Kane and Noma, you know, a sign of good fortune. But at the same time, it's getting real up in that piece. 'Cause while everybody else smiling, Tejada family getting rounded up. Drew, Di, all the cousins, they get surrounded and goddamn impounded. Got hectic up in that piece. Noma fam got real aggressive, real quick, but on the smooth tip, you know, on that sweet tea. Y'all don't know what the I'm talking about. Tejadas get escorted up out the building and into them black trucks, about to meet their fate. But not before Monet pop up, always dressed for the occasion. Monet got the chest out, sides out, legs out, had on some high heel, thigh high boots, Shaka Khan hair flowing. Ain't nobody love me better. More like I feel for you. She ain't have no protection for her bodily parts, no armor. Like at least some leather. Something to slow a bullet down a little. No proper gear to run in, to hide in. She up in that piece looking like she about to cut a damn rug on the dance floor. Hit her little electric slide 2-step with a rum and coke. In the front of the damn line, not the back and not the side. Do-do, 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 do. You can't see it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Bleeding with some good God. Monet looked like she was about to do the electric slide up in that piece. But they about to tear Monet ass up. She might as well be in a silk nightie up in that piece. Monet come up in the joint, popping off on cats. Saves Monet, saves Drew and Di. tells them to get out of Dodge, but they want to stay and play. So they go right, Monet go left. And I do mean left. Soon as she break away, that good Tupac, that good Machiavelli get to playing. Come with me, Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? Da 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 da. All types of cats was getting murked out. Monet was like Jane Bond up in that piece. Sending players, you know where, you already know. See you at the crossroads, so you won't be lonely. Meanwhile, Noma got Kane tied up, surrounded by all her little henchmen. Tells Kane Monet been plotting on her, trying to use psychological warfare on Kane. Says he won't be his own man till she gone up out of here. He like, gone? Fuck you mean gone? She hit Kane with that lone wolf and cub, that Shogun assassin. Y'all don't know about the Shogun assassin. Y'all don't know about the lone wolf and cub. Choose the ball and you join your mother in death. Choose the sword and join me. Wants to know where Kane stand. If you hadn't guessed, Monet is the ball. He chooses the damn ball. Speaks on behalf of Monet. Says he ain't never going against his mama, as he never should. Now, Monet just happened to be at the door listening when he said it. And right when it sounded like they about to take Kane head off, after Kane hurls a loud round of fuck yous, Monet bust up in that joint, send a few more cats to meet Jesus. Now, realizing she a problem for real, Noma calls Monet out like they about to put two in Kane dome piece. Noma like, he chose you, Monet. Now he can die for you. Monet sitting behind that column, that comfy, cover providing column. She think about it a sec, knowing that it's gonna go all bad when she popped the hell out. But what other choice did she have? I mean, this was her moment. If you were a parent, you know this was Monet's moment. And she had that moment. Came around from that column she was hiding behind. You know, as they all do in the movies and shows. Not a little peep. Not with the gun hand and the gun in view only, peeping from around the column, you know, trying to shield her body from all harm. No, no, no. She was full body. Said her last you with her full damn chest. Akimbo style, two guns blazing. Chin and Noma picked her ass clean like a vulture in a desert. Chin and Noma had target practice on Monet ass. Her whole body was the bullseye. And they lit that bitch up. Her body, that is, not Monet. Monet had another fly-ass fall, didn't she? But this time it was permanent. I guess you could say Monet was dressed to kill. In a dress to die for. She fell right in front of Kane ass, didn't she? You know. When Monet bust through the door, Kane kicked his own chair over he damn self. Kicked his own ass over on his side to be out of harm's way before the bullets flew. Face down, ass up, while the whole melee went down. Only able to see shit from the knee up. They tore Monet ass up. Anya called them the Gottis of the ghetto. But at this moment, that's not what I saw. I saw the 21st century Evans family. You know, Florida. JJ, Michael, and Thelma. Above all, keeping their head above water. Scratching and surviving. But this wasn't no good times, was it? Nor a good time. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Dum, 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 dum. Nah, this wasn't no ain't no lucky we got 'em moment. This wasn't.